Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to DESI TV USA. I am Tabinda Gul. Let's take a look at the headlines. Meloni rejects Macron-Starmer Truce plan as Europe faces divisions over Ukraine strategy. Former Houston mayor adds sad news. Sylvester passes away at 70 years of age. Millie Bobby Brown calls out media for bullying over appearance. US pauses intelligence sharing with Ukraine as Trump shift approach to Moscow. Divided Supreme Court rules Trump cannot withhold payments to foreign aid group. Protests erupt in Athens as leader discuss 2023's train disaster. Texas company takes first step toward woolly mammoth revival with woolly mice. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt holds briefing following Trump's address to Congress. Palestinian man lives in rubble searching for family lost in Gaza airstrike. Ukraine vows to hold the lines as Trump halts military aid, but at what cost? Denmark acknowledged Trump's recognition of Greenland's self-determinations amid renewed US interest. Jesse Eisenberg received Polish citizenship in ceremony with President Duda. These are headlines. Lead to news detail. Now the top story is here. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has rejected a truce proposal for Ukraine put forward by French President Emmanuel Macron and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. The Macron-Starmer plans, which call for a ceasefire and the deployment of European peacekeeping troops, was intending to stabilize the conflict as the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. However, Meloni has made it clear that Italy will not participate in the initiative, refusing to send Italian troops to Ukraine. Now a divided Europe amid Trump's policy shift. Meloni decisions underscores growing divisions in Europe at a time when unity is crucial. The rejections comes as European nations scramble to resist their security policies after US President Donald Trump halted all American military aid to Ukraine. Trump's move has sent shockwaves through NATO and the European Union, forcing European leaders to reconsider how they will support Ukraine in the absence of US military assistance. Macron and Starmer have pushed for greater European responsibility in maintaining stability in Ukraine, arguing that Europe must act decisively in the face of Russian aggression. Their proposal of a temporary ceasefire and the deployment of European troops was seen as a bold attempt to fill the void left by the US withdrawal from military aid. However, Meloni's firm oppositions reflect a reluctance among some European leaders to escalate involvement in the conflict, particularly by committing ground forces. Now, Meloni's positions on Ukraine. Since taking office, Giorgia Meloni has maintained a strong pro-Ukraine stance but has also been cautious about direct military intervention. While Italy has provided financial and logistical support to Kyiv, Meloni has reportedly emphasized that any military engagement must be carefully considered to avoid unintended escalations with Russia. Her rejections of the Macron-Starmer plan signal a broader hesitations among some European nations to take on a military role in Ukraine without American backing. Other European leaders, including Hungarian Prime Minister, have also voiced skepticism about increasing European military involvement in the conflict. Can Europe achieve peace without US support? Now, with Trump's decisions to halt US military aid, the question now is whether European nations can independently sustain Ukraine's defense and push for a diplomatic resolution. Macron and Starmer proposal was intended to create space for negotiation while showing European commitment to Ukraine's sovereignty. However, without full European consensus, the plan faces significant hurdle. Meloni rejections weakens the initiative and highlight the challenges Europe faces in coordinating a unified response. If major European nations cannot agree on a path forward, Russia may see this as a sign of division and weakness, potentially emboldening further aggression. Now the road ahead. As Europeans struggle to present a united front, pressure will mount on NATO and European leaders to find alternative strategies to support Ukraine. Macron and Starmer are expected to continue pushing for a stronger European role, but Meloni's stance suggests that achieving full European consensus will be difficult. With the war showing no sign of ending and Ukraine facing increasing pressures, the coming month will be crucial in determining whether Europe can step up in the absence of US support or whether internal division will hinder effort to secure peace. Sad news: former Houston mayor and U.S. Representative Sylvester Turner has passed away at the age of 70. Turner, who served as a Houston mayor from 2016 to 2024, was known for his leadership during Hurricane Harvey and his commitment to affordable housing, economic growth, and sustainability. Born in Houston Acres Homes neighborhood, Turner served in the Texas House for 27 years before becoming mayor in 2024. He was elected to Congress but served only briefly due to his battle with osteosarcoma. His passing has sparked tributes from leaders nationwide honoring his legacy of service and dedications to Houston. Millie Bobby Brown has criticized media outlets for focusing on her appearance, calling it bullying rather than journalism. In a video posted online, she expressed frustrations over recent coverage following her outing at the SAG Awards and the Los Angeles premiere of The Electric State. The actor, who has long faced media scrutiny, received widespread support from fans and fellow celebrities. Despite the controversy, she continues promoting her latest film directed by the Russo brothers.
You came to this country for a brighter future for you and your loved ones. You've made it this far. Now it's time to become a citizen. With citizenship, you gain the right to vote, access to federal jobs, the ability to keep your family closer, and the freedom to travel with a U.S. passport. These are just a few of the benefits waiting for you when you become eligible. We're here to help you through the process with free resources and personalized guidance. Together, we can make it easier. Get started at becomeacitizentoday.com.
Following a tense Oval Office meeting and the decisions to halt military aid to Ukraine, the U.S. has now paused intelligence sharing with Kyiv. The move signals a tougher stance from President Donald Trump, who appears to be pivoting towards a more conciliatory approach to Moscow. The shift has raised concern among U.S. allies as intelligence cooperation has been a crucial component of Ukraine defense strategies. With Washington scaling back its support, Europe faces mounting pressures to step up its role in aiding Ukraine against Russia's aggression. In a closely contested decision, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that President Donald Trump administrations cannot withhold payment to foreign aid organizations for work already completed under U.S. aid project. The ruling comes amid ongoing tensions over Trump foreign aid policies, with critics accusing the administrations of using funding as leverages. While the decisions ensure payment for past work, the broader debate over U.S. foreign aid under Trump's leadership continues. Now, the protesters have gathered in Athens, Greece, as political leaders debate the aftermath of the 2023 train disaster that claimed 57 lives, most of them students. Demonstrators demanding accountability brought the country to a standstill last week, intensifying pressures on officials. The tragedy, Greece's deadliest rail accidents, has fueled public outrage over alleged government negligence and safety failures. As discussions continue, protesters vow to keep up their fight for justice and systematic reforms in the country's rail infrastructures. A Texas bioengineering company has made progress in its efforts to bring back the extinct woolly mammoth, successfully creating what it's called woolly mice. The breakthrough involves genetic modifications that introduce mammoth-like trails into mice, marking a key step in distinctions research. Scientists aim to use similar techniques to engineer mammoth-like elephants, hoping to reintroduce them into the Arctic tundra for ecological benefit. While the project remains in its early stages, it raises both excitement and ethical debates about resurrecting extinct species. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt held a briefing today addressing key points from President Donald Trump's recent address to Congress. The briefing covered the administration's policies, priorities including national security, economic initiative, and foreign relations. Leavitt also responded to questions about the president's stance on Ukraine, immigration policies, and ongoing legislative efforts. The briefing comes amid heightening political debates with lawmakers reacting to Trump's visions for the nation's future. Suhail al-Majdalwawi has been living in the ruins of his destroyed family home in Jabalia. Gaza desperately searching for the remains of 6 relatives killed in an Israeli airstrike in December 2023. Months after the attack, they continues to dig through the debris hoping to recover their bodies for a proper burial. The strike was part of Israel's ongoing military operations in Gaza, which has left thousands dead and many more displaced. Al-Majdalwawi's stories highlighted the enduring devastations and human toll of the conflict as families struggle with loss and the destructions of their homes. Ukraine has insisted its forces can still hold their own against Russian troops despite US President Donald Trump's decisions to pause military aid to Kyiv. The move marked the most dramatic step yet in Trump's shift toward closer ties with Moscow, raising concern about Ukraine's ability to sustain its defense without American support. While Ukrainian officials project confidence the loss of US weapons and intelligence could weaken their long-term position, European allies may try to fill the gap, but without Washington backing, Ukraine faces an uphill battle in both military strategies and diplomatic leverages. The question now is whether Kyiv can adopt or if this marks a turning point in the war trajectory. Denmark's foreign minister highlighted the significance of US President Donald Trump recognizing Greenland's right to self-determination during his address to Congress. At the same time, Trump reiterated his interest in acquiring the Arctic island, a move that previously sparked tension. While Denmark has formally rejected past US proposal to buy Greenland, Trump renewed remarks suggest the issues remain on his agenda. The Danish government emphasized that any decisions about Greenland's future result what its people, underscoring the Iceland autonomy within the Kingdom of Denmark. Polish President Andrzej Duda formally granted Polish citizenship to US actor and director Jesse Eisenberg in a ceremony at the Permanent Mission of the Republic of Poland to the United Nations in Manhattan, New York. Eisenberg, known for his role in the Social Network and Zombieland, has Polish Jewish ancestry and has spoken about his deep connections to Poland. The honorary gestures reflect Poland's efforts to celebrate its diaspora and strengthening cultures tied with figures of Polish heritage. So thank you for watching and thank you for supporting. This is me, Tabinda, signing off. Stay tuned for more news. DCTV USA, DTVNN, and our OTT platform DTV Flex, where you can access to over 3,000 channels. So stay tuned and stay with us.